Let's do one more hypothesis test about a population proportion. So I'd like to do number 29 here on page 403. In a Harris interactive poll of 2,250 adults, 42% of the respondents said that they believe in ghosts. Use a 0.01 significance level to test the claim that more than 1/3 of adults believe in ghosts. Summarize the problem over here on the board. So I have a sample size of 2,250, a sample proportion of 42%, and I know we're going to need an actual number of successes. So I need to know what 42% of 2,250 is. And that comes out exactly to be 945. Now I want you to always be careful that when we do this, if this comes out to be a decimal, X has to be a whole number of successes. When you're counting people who believe in ghosts or not, it's a whole number. Can't have part of a person believing in a ghost. So 945 exactly here, and even if it was a rounded figure, we'd round to the nearest whole number here. All right, let's find our null and alternate hypotheses. First, I need to write down the original statement in symbols, so the original claim in symbols. More than 1/3 of adults believe in ghosts, so proportion greater than 1/3. I want to avoid rounding as much as possible, right? Because this would be 0.33333 forever. And so I'm just going to use 1/3. I'll let my calculator handle the rounding in a minute. The statement that's true when that's false, P would be less than or equal to 1/3. The null hypothesis is always a statement of equality. The alternate hypothesis is the one of the two statements I just wrote down without equality. So there are my null and alternate hypotheses. I need a test statistic and a p-value. All right, this is a one-prop z-test. All right, my claim to value, P0, 1/3. That's the statement I have there. And again, my calculator is doing the rounding, carrying as many decimal places as it's capable of. X is 945. My sample size, 2,250. The sign from the alternate hypothesis, a greater than. And finally, we can calculate. I get a z-score, a test out of 8.721. That is a very significantly high z-score. The p-value is super low to match that, 1.4 times 10 to the minus 18. Well, I'm comparing that to 0.01, but this p-value is so small I have no choice but to reject the null hypothesis. And now our job is to word a final conclusion. And we have a chart to help us out with that, but I think we could probably figure out what's going on here, that there is sample evidence to support our claim, right? Because we rejected the null hypothesis, which makes me think that this statement might be the one that's being supported, which was our original claim. But let's just go through the process to be sure. Did the original claim contain equality? Nope. Did we reject H0? You bet we did. And then finally, there is sufficient evidence to support the claim that. That more than 1/3 of adults believe in ghosts.